Can you grab the Allen that I left over there?
Living out your passion each day isn't promised.
Every day, I wake up and it's a blast. That's what I was thinking.
Which is why at just 14 years old, you can find Hank Vossberg working for hours on end, pushing wheelbarrows and even putting away tires before the real fun even begins.
I mean, you have to have skin in the game. If you don't have any skin in the game, how much do you respect the process, respect the equipment? Probably not very much.
Since I have a whole team behind me, it's knowing that I can't just show up and ride around. Like I have a job to do. So I'm gonna go and do that job.
It all started growing up in Minnesota.
That's Hank, 3 years old and 1 month. No trainers.
I was racing pretty heavy when he was born, so he kind of grew up at the racetrack and was always around it. Kind of always had it second. It was just second nature being around that whole scene.
We were at Billy's race. It was a 5-hour endurance race, and we had to go fill up a gas can. And he's like, "Mommy, I do it to carry this." And it was like, "Okay, how about I help you?" And then we're carrying it. Like Billy said, knew when he was so young that's what he wanted to do.
My dad found out there was a track near us in a Menards parking lot in Eau Claire, and we just started going there and racing. We put scooter tires on our dirt bikes and just went and rode. That's kind of when my road racing career started.
From road racing to ice riding to motocross, Hank would do it all.
He was fast in everything. He was fast in the tighter sections and the fast sections where people normally aren't comfortable with sliding a bike around. And that was kind of when we kind of started to figure out, like, okay, yeah, he could really do this and kind of make a go at a career with it.
And what's followed has been a career, one filled with wins, more wins, and plenty of success.
I don't know what I'd do without racing. It's like my life, my lifestyle is what racing is. It's not just a hobby.
So even when the Vossberg family made the move from Minnesota to Wisconsin 3 years ago, that lifestyle didn't change one bit.
It was a win-win-win-win for all 4 of our family members. We're getting closer to family. We're getting closer to the sport that Hank and Billy love.
I think it's like 15 minutes from my family, and in Minnesota it's 15 minutes to Walmart. And now, I mean, I can bike anywhere I want.
Which just a month after moving a state over included a race in Shawano.
That was just like practice day. Go and practice and just like sessions, go out and ride. It was probably like halfway through the session and I came over some curbing. All I could smell was gas, and then I woke up to people saying we need sharper scissors and whatever, because they had to cut me out of my suit.
Got him in the ambulance, got him to the hospital, and I definitely questioned, what the hell we're doing.
Once I got there, it was just, wrapping him in my arms and helping him through.
Thanks for all the people that have been sending me messages and giving me the support I need in the hospital, and thanks to everyone out there that's looking out for me.
They would bring towels in and leave with bloody ones, and then they stitched it up, and then I'm like, okay, was that surgery? And they're like, no.
For some people, they can't come back after that. It'll kind of take that fighting spirit out of them a little bit. So it was definitely hard to hear. It was tough.
Vossberg broke his leg as well as his femur in 2 places.
Look at you go!
I think the biggest thing is, what's the life lesson to come from it? What's the phrase, you gotta get back on the horse? I
remember calling him and talking with him and asking if he was excited to get back on a bike, and still in the cast, excited. So it's cool to kind of see that.
The doctors ended up placing a titanium rod in Hank's leg, and in just 6 weeks, the then 12-year-old was incomprehensibly back on his bike.
I still had to drive to get back out there and get a redemption. I didn't want that to be my ending point. I wanted to go out on top.
Which he did, less than 3 years after experiencing the lowest low Vossberg won his first professional race.
When he got his first win, I was like kind of choked up a bit.
That was a really incredible and pivotal moment, I think, for him to see like, wow, I can have this really awful thing happen to me, but so quickly I can rebound.
Racing is Hank's passion, but so is being a part of all of it as well. Because at just 14 years of age, he knows that from experience, none of it is promised.
Almost every day, I have a moment where I'm like, I am like very lucky. I don't think I could have ever pictured this moment, so.
In De Pere, I'm Cameron Ezair for Sports Extra.